What's up? What's up? What's up? We got to talk about Mr. LeBron thinks he's the GOAT, James. Mr. LeBron think he's the GOAT, James, right? We got to talk about this. But because he made the All-Star team, for the 20 something time, whatever, right? And we're going to talk about did he deserve to be an All-Star today? This year. Give me a second, chat. This year. Give me a second. Please, chat. When y'all come in, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. So, does LeBron James deserve to be in the All-Star game this year? You know what? Let's look at it from our angles, right? If you look at the numbers, just the facts, the numbers, somebody like Kawhi Leonard, even James Harden probably should have got in over LeBron James. The All-Star game is being held at the new arena for the Clippers. So obviously it's in LA. Kawhi is from LA or close to it, LA. LeBron James is not from LA. He plays for the Lakers, but he's not from LA. I said all this to say, I think there's many reasons why Kawhi Leonard wasn't in it, and why the NBA put LeBron James in it. I think it's not just for one reason. Okay, number one, I think the NBA didn't know if LeBron James is going to retire this year, which I don't think he is. But just in case he retired, they didn't want him to retire not making an All-Star game. That's one. That's one reason. Another reason is that we all know Kawhi Leonard and the Clippers are going through some, under the table pay type of stuff, some issues, and maybe the NBA doesn't want Kawhi Leonard there because maybe the NBA is going to come down hard on the Clippers in the future. I don't know. But the point is, Kawhi Leonard is not in the All-Star game, which he's having probably one of his best years ever. Crazy stats. James Harden's balling. But both of them are not in the All-Star game, which is crazy. I don't know if LeBron James deserves to be in the All-Star game. What's up? What's up? Theo Ferris, what's up? Yeah, I don't know if LeBron James should be in the All-Star game. What up? What up, Thomas Gonzalez? Because LeBron James, to me, Kawhi Leonard has better stats than LeBron James. What's up? What's up? Gay G? What's up? Yeah, smash the like button for me and subscribe. But I want to talk about LeBron James. Does he deserve to be in the All-Star game? I don't think so. SGA is the best. SGA is balling, man. And to think, the Clippers had him and the Clippers let him go. That is crazy. I like the dark skin girls, mostly Hispanic girls and black girls. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. But yeah, that's the thing. Does LeBron James deserve to be in the All-Star game? He's washed. Exactly, and my thing is, just retire already. LeBron James, retire. He thinks everybody don't want him to retire. Just retire, bro. Who's your favorite player? Right now, probably Steph Curry. Now, I'm a Heat fan. I'm a Miami Heat fan now. But my favorite player right now is probably Steph Curry. Steph Curry is still balling. And Steph Curry don't bother nobody. He just goes out there, does his thing. At age 37, Steph Curry is still doing it. That's what I'm talking about. So Steph Curry, of course, made the All-Star team, which is he deserves. But LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard has better stats than LeBron James this year. Yeah, he is playing because of his son. Oh, don't get me started by his son. Because personally, I think Bronny James sucks as an NBA player. Are you talking about Bryce Young? I mean Bryce James. Somebody I heard that LeBron James is not going to retire yet because he wants his youngest son Bryce James to make it to the NBA. Bronny James cannot play basketball at this level, and Bryce James is worse than Bronny James. So I don't know. LeBron James has to realize that LeBron James no longer has that pull, no longer has that that clout, NBA clout. Okay, he's towards the end of his career. He has no more pull. So he forced the Lakers to draft Bronny James. And by the time Bryce James is ready to be drafted, which I don't think he's not not good at all. I'm going to bed. All right, man. Thanks for the shout out. Okay, Gagey, thanks for checking me out. Yeah, so I don't think, and that's the thing, man. I don't think Bryce James cannot play. Bronny James cannot play in the NBA. LeBron James forced the Lakers to draft his son. I have eyeballs. We can see that Bronny James is not a good NBA player. He's just not, and it's okay. But back to LeBron James. Did you know that Bronny James actually got two votes for the All Star game? Two votes. Two players voted him in. So the joke was, the first player was LeBron, and then Bronny voted himself in. you know, but my thing is, Kawhi Leonard had much better stats this year so far. James Harden has better stats than LeBron. LeBron missed, almost half the games. So why is he in the All Star game? I mean, come on. That's the thing, man. That's the thing about sports that I don't like sometimes. Too many favorites. Too many favoritism. Okay, LeBron James is great. I get it, but my thing is, he wasn't voted. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And ever since LeBron James came back to the Lakers, as far he was injured at the beginning of the season, and he came back. He's been, in my opinion, he messed up the chemistry. He had his agent allegedly, Rich Paul, say some stupid stuff on the Rich Paul podcast about Reeves should be traded and this and that. And Reeves and Luka was balling, the Beach Boys. And then LeBron James comes in and throws up the chemistry, just throws it off, And then Rich Paul, which is, LeBron James' agent, out there talking nonsense. Oh, I think we should be traded or come off the bench. What? No, LeBron James should be traded or come off the bench. Yes, it is. It is a popularity contest. You know, it is. It is. And let's face it. At the end of the day, the NBA is a business, and guess what? Business try to get viewers and try to make money. So yes, LeBron James is definitely more profit. More camera ready than Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard is quiet. We never hear him talk. He's always hurt all the time. So I don't think the All-Star game wanted Kawhi Leonard over LeBron James. And even if Kawhi Leonard had got picked, maybe Kawhi wasn't going to play. And so then, imagine if the NBA put Kawhi Leonard in, and then Kawhi said, "Hey, I'm out," and then goes, "Okay, LeBron James, you win." LeBron James wasn't going to take it because LeBron James was going to see it as secondhand spot, But my thing is, man, technically, he's the face of the NBA. Yeah, yes, but Wemby's getting there. Steph is still the face a little bit. Giannis is the degree. Luka for sure. So, yeah, LeBron James is one of the faces of the NBA, but Wemby's making a name for himself now. SGA is quiet, but SGA, in his own way, is becoming the face of the. Anthony Edwards says he don't want to be the face of the NBA, which is funny, But I think eventually, look, I guess my point is, when LeBron James retires, the NBA is going to be okay because you have some up and coming stars, like Wemby, like I said, you have Wemby, you have SGA, Steph is out the door also as far as Steph is going to retire soon, but I think the NBA is going to be okay. I really think so. Anthony Edwards, if you want it or not, he's still going to be the face of the NBA. The younger guys are definitely becoming the faces. Yeah, I think so too because, first of all, Anthony Edwards, I think he's probably the most exciting player in the NBA right now. He's just having fun out there, But he don't. Anthony Edwards says he don't want to be the face of the NBA, which is, to me, that's hilarious. It really is hilarious. But sometimes you have no choice being the face. If the people want you to be the face of the NBA, it is what it is. But I think Wemby's a beast, bro. Wemby's a beast. Man, that guy's good. So my point is the NBA is gonna be okay. Look, I'm a Miami Heat fan. I'm not gonna lie. When LeBron James came to Miami, many years ago, 2010, 11, I was happy he came to Miami. I was very happy. I was like, man, awesome. Miami was a big buzz. What I mean, the big three: D Wade, Chris Bosh, blah blah blah. But then, when I heard something about his first year, LeBron James went up to Pat Riley's office and asked if Pat Riley can fire Coach Spo. I didn't like that. Coach Pat Riley said, "Get your butt back there." Pat Riley said, "Get your butt back down there." I mean, not in those words, but you know what I mean. All right. And then his last year there, LeBron James just got up and left, threw a hissy fit, because he wanted his boys to. LeBron James wants all these amenities for him and his boys and this and that. Pat Riley said no. Pat Riley said no. So LeBron James took the ball and went home. Bye, LeBron James. It is what it is, man. So anyway, that's my little event for the day. LeBron James does not deserve to be in the NBA All Star game. Kawhi Leonard has better stats than LeBron James. I don't know why LeBron James isn't an NBA All Star. I just don't. I mean, I know why, because he's LeBron James and he's popular. I get it, but I don't know. I don't know. And he's not a starter too. He's a reserve, which is interesting. I never seen LeBron James as a reserve in the All Star game. I never seen that before. I guess we're gonna see it now. But it is what it is, y'all. It is what it is. The All Star game, I think this year is like the Americans versus the world. I think, which should be interesting. Which is gonna make them want to play harder now in the All Star game. I just don't know if they have enough, quote unquote All Stars to fill both teams. Which I mean, or I should say deserving All Stars. How about that? But I don't know, man. I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy, chap. It's crazy, chap. But at the end of the day, I haven't seen an All Star game in years, chat. I have not seen an All Star game in years because it's boring. It is boring. I mean, I understand the All Star game is something for fun and games, whatever. But these guys just don't play any defense in the All Star game. They play zero defense. And back in my days, I'm 52 years old. Back in my days, the All Star game meant something. Yeah, maybe the first half, the players played around, but second half they played for real. But this generation of All Star players, they play zero defense in the All Star game, which is, I don't know, it is weird. It's weird, but so. Maybe this year I'm gonna watch the All Star game because since it's the world versus the Americans, I think. So that means SGA, Joker, Luca, all gonna be one team against the Americans. Anthony Edwards, Steph Curry. So it should make them want to play harder. It should make both teams want to play harder because at the end of the day, I don't think the Americans want to lose to the world, and I don't think the world wants to lose to the Americans. So it should be very competitive. Well, as far as All Star games go, as far as All Star games go, it should be very competitive. But I don't know. I don't know these days. I don't know what they're gonna do. But it's just one of those things, chat. Chat. We got to sit back and see exactly what's happening to this, because the more I think about it, the more I realize that I'm trying to think. If I was in the NBA, would I want to play in the All Star game if I made it? Of course I do. That's a way to give back to the fans. The fans, for any sport, the fans make the sport. If there's no fans, there's no sport. So if I was an NBA player, I'll be happy to play in the All Star game. Yes, we have the weekend off. Yes, players who are not competing in the All Star game or All Star weekend have the weekend off. So yes, I know players sometimes just want to take a break, but I don't know. You work half the year, less than half the year. The least you could do is put on a show for the All Star game for your fans. And by putting on a show, I mean play some defense. Okay? It's ridiculous. People shooting half court threes and this and that. I get it, y'all awesome, but you gotta get something back. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So anyway, Chad, let me know what y'all think, okay? And then I'll talk to y'all later, all right? And don't forget to subscribe.